What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube world, YouTube land? I am Real Estate Jay, and
It's gonna be a cold summer.
welcome to the Cold Summer Podcast. I want to react to DJ Envy and his wife on this particular issue. Guess it's about male best friends.
This guy, he doesn't give me a compliment. He doesn't talk to me. He makes it seem like I'm stupid. What is anybody going to do? No, not at all. You're beautiful. No, you're very smart. That's what somebody does. Regardless if he's flirting or not, that's what somebody does, right? Now, usually the girl's going to feel like, oh, you think I'm smart. You think I'm beautiful. Why doesn't he? Now, if you get into a close arena and there's a little wine involved and all of a sudden your top's off, my dick's out, and y'all fucking.
Whoa.
So I'm with you, bro. I don't do
know.
male best friends either. No, do you have a male best friend that I don't know, that I'm not cool with? That
No.
y'all just go out?
Not that you don't know, and
Exactly.
not that you're cool with.
All right, and that's for
Oh.
a reason.
Wait a minute.
If you go out, we all going out. If we get a drink, we all getting a drink. If we go somewhere, we all going somewhere.
Okay.
It ain't just you. If we on the phone, if y'all on the phone, we all on the phone. What you did today, what we did today. That's what we talking about.
Put that bleep on speaker.
That's right. That's right. This is a phone up relationship.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna ask the question that's being begged to be asked, right?
Okay.
If you feel that way, doesn't it speak to the fact that you don't trust me?
Let's stop it right there because I think that's a really good question right there.
Sensational.
Now as I let this whole thing play out and I let DJ Envy talk, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not really checking like that. If I can't trust my girl enough to go out there and I'm gonna just use the word, just be civil, right? And not out there getting numbers and trying to go on dates and sneak around and be doing the doing. You know what I'm saying?
Sensational.
Listen, we don't need to be together, right? Because mentally, once that's gone, if I got to be worrying about where you at every 2 seconds while I'm trying to work and handle my stuff, that's way too much, right? The moment that the trust is cracked or just done, like forget it, bro. Like I'm just not in it for me, right? Everybody's different. But I'm just not that type of guy that's about to be up there texting you every 5 minutes, like where you at, what you doing, phone up relationship. Like, listen, man, I don't know, man. I just think that it's already enough to worry about. And you got to worry about your girl all the time. It's kind of an insecurity, right? Your girl, if she's showing signs of that, then you need to be able to say, let's be real, what's going on? I'm not in it, though. It sounds a little insecure to me, like what DJ Envy talking about. Talking about some, if we, you on the phone, we on the phone. No. I'm not trying to be that involved, bro. Because it's exhausting. That's exhausting, right? I got stuff I'm trying to do on a day-to-day basis, trying to get things together, whatever. I shouldn't be having to worry about what man you're about to entertain and do stuff with, because that's just too much on my plate. And if that's the case, let's call this over. This is just too insecure for me. It sounds insecure to me. You know what I'm saying? There's men out here like this for sure. But DJ Envy also did cheat on his wife, right? I hate to go there, but maybe he seen how that hurt. Because let's be honest, man, like when men get hurt, like it seems to be 10 times worse than women, right? Women are really good at forgiving, letting you come back in a relationship and figure it out. Whether it's because they're doing the math or whatever it may be. Maybe they look past, your dirt bag in you or whatever. But when men get hurt, it's like we get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Sensational.
And I think maybe he's thinking about it from his perspective of like, if she did what he did, how crushed he would be. I just feel like for me, like I said, the moment I start worrying too much about like, where my wife at? Who's she talking to? Where's she at? Like, that's the part where I'm like, listen, man, I've lost trust in her, right? And as long as you can keep that trust together and intact, that's a really good thing, right? You can almost allow your partner to do anything, right? Because you allow them to be themselves and you allow them to show you who they are just like DMX said, right? You know, when he said something about a snake, right? Trust that a snake will bite you, you know, if they do. So if they go out there and they mess up your trust, well, they're going to continue to mess up your trust. That's just how they are. But yeah, man, I'm just not, I mean, I don't want to say this in a bad way. I'm checking for my girl, meaning my wife. But I'm also not about to be on this every 2 minutes texting you, figuring out where you at. You know, every time you're on the phone, who you talking to? Who's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, That's exhausting. That's exhausting. It's a sense of control too. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just not that. I don't know. Maybe it's the laid back in me or something like that, man. But like I said, I know how to react when I need to react. But in the meantime, in between time, if they doing what they doing with the trust, then, you know, let's just make sure that the boundaries are said and the boundaries are there. I don't know, man. There's men like DJ Envy though. Like, they got to know everything about their girl all the time, blah, blah, blah. Like, man, I feel like that takes the fun out of it for me, right? That takes the fun out of it for me. So for me personally, man, this kind of sounds a little bit insecure to me, where it's like, you know, what are you doing? And you want to know everything about them. When it comes to the male best friend, I'm not really into the male best friend thing, obviously, because I'm smart enough to know that most of the time men are just hanging around for the right moment. I think women are great platonic friends. I think women can be friends platonically, like no sexual encounters or nothing like that. They could just be natural, like just friends with you. Men can't. And I know women can argue with me up and down, but you don't know the thoughts that go through that man's head, right? Definitely a beautiful girl. Like, come on now. You know your girl beautiful and she's stacked and everything else. You know what that man thinking. You know what he thinking. And a lot of times women are delusional until they find out that they, you know, if they called him and prank called him and said, hey, come on over, blah, 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 I got the drinks, what we doing? You will be surprised on the reactions that these men will give you, right? Like, I just seen an interview with Brittany Renner. If y'all know Brittany Renner, she was the baby mama of PJ Washington, a basketball player. And she said she was in her 30s and she had this best friend and she got drunk. And she used to wake up. She always wakes up at like the middle of the night. And she woke up in the middle of the night with her best friend that was trying to come on to her. And she was like so blown away. And I'm like, yes, that's what men do. They just wait for the right time. So I do still believe that though. Like, when it comes to men and women being friends, men are not great friends. All right. So that's what I got to say, man. Drop what y'all want to say below. How y'all feel about this particular situation. Am I just looking into it, right? And do I not care enough? Or do y'all believe that, you know, DJ Envy isn't being insecure? Or is he being right? Is he protecting his girl? Let me hear what y'all got to say below. Let's go. Because like I say, after every video, that this is chess, not checkers. And I'm going to see y'all at work.
It's gonna be a cold summer.